In the previous lesson, we saw how we can send data over to our front end using our Postman and sending it over to the front end area. So this is the actual web page where we've got our pusher content over, and you can see that when I hit send, what's going to happen, that's going to trigger sending over that message information. So from Postman, we're posting to localhost 3000 because that's where our server is located, /comment. So that's the route that we're posting content to. And this is the body of the content. So we've got a key name with a value, message with a value. And right now what we're doing is we've got an alert for outputting the message, and we get the response back that created is true. So that's the entire route. So now we're able to continue to build out our pusher application, and it also shows up here as well because we're running an instance of it over here, and this is within the pusher dashboard. And you can also see within the stats that we're actually sending these messages through and that we're able to pick those up. So we see that all of those messages are coming in there. So you've got a lot of information as well contained there. So let's go back into our index page and make some updates. So we know that we can pick up that data, and let's make use of that data. So first of all, let's just console log out that information. So we'll console log out that whole data object, so not just message, and we're not going to output it anymore into the browser. We're going to simply console log out the data. So what's happening here is that we've connected to, so we've enabled pusher. So we've brought in the pusher library, and we've enabled the logging. So you don't have to include this in the production. So basically it's logging to the console. And what this is doing is this is logging those messages into the console. So that's where we're getting that pop-up. So maybe we'll remove that in the end. And the other important thing is that we need to connect to the right pusher instance. So we've got the cluster, we've got encrypted is true. So let's try this out one more time, and we're gonna use Postman again, just to make sure the routes are working properly still, and that should actually be console log. So clear that. So let's try that again. We'll do the send. So there we go. So we're picking up the name and the message, so now we can make use of it within our web page. So the important parts here are that we've subscribed to the channel. So we've got a channel there, and we're subscribing to the My Channel. So this has to match. It has to match with the My Channel that we've got here, and then we've also got the My Event. So that has to also coincide with the bound event that's you're specifying within your backend. So once you've got those hooked up and you've got your correct ID entered in, you should be able to achieve sending the messages into the front end. So go ahead and try that out. And next, what we're going to do is we're going to make use of that data that's coming in. So right now we're just logging it out to the console, but we ultimately want to place it on our page, and we also want to have an input area for the user to input content and have it sent to the backend, also sending it up to pusher, and then we can pick it up as well and post it on our page. And once we've got all of that set up, then we're going to be able to get real-time messages coming in and being pushed out to our front end. So if we're open on another browser, or if there's another user open on the same on a browser, then they can send messages to us and we can retrieve it within our page. So that's going to be coming up. I'll show you how to do that. That's going to be really cool.